of is forced upon us by Parliament, supposedly on behalf of our monarch, King George III. Right now in the harbor lie those three ships, the Eleanor, the Beaver, and the Dartmouth. Their holds are bursting with 340 chests of East India Company tea. Now, according to the law, each ship has 20 days to offload this cargo and pay the duties or taxes that are owed on them. Tomorrow is the 20th day for the ship Dartmouth, making this body of the people all the more important. This is your final chance to sway these events in our favor! Now, earlier today, we requested that the Dartmouth's owner, Francis Roach, he should obtain word from our esteemed governor, Thomas Hutchinson. Indeed, he's a man who abandoned the cause of the people many years ago. He appears to be the only one capable of granting these vessels a pass to the wharf without offloading that pernicious tea. Mr. Roach left us several hours ago. We await his return and cling to the hope that the governor will see reason. For if that cargo is Lambeth, then it shall be us, the citizens of Boston, who are forced to pay this unjust tax on tea. As we all know, this is hardly the first time Parliament has forced these taxes upon us without our consent. It was only 8 years ago, in 1765, when Lord Grenville saw fit to tax our letters, newspapers, all our printed documents under the Stamp Act. And many of us here were outraged at the Stamp Act, even sent into the streets protesting and rioting. I find I'm not the only one who's been outspoken on these issues. I see we are joined by Thomas Porter. Mr. Porter, tell me, what have you to say on this matter?
Parliament not only taxed our paper and ink, they even taxed our playing cards and dice.
Good God, man! You're just as angry as you were 8 years ago.
Angrier.
Indeed, quite the grudge, but for a very good reason. We were all told that duties like these were meant to repay a debt from the French and Indian War, a debt which we paid 1,000 times over. Was it not our fathers, our brothers, many of us in this room, who fought alongside with the King's army during that war? If ever there was a debt to be paid, I say we've done so at the expense of blood. Good New England blood! The blood suffice that we in Boston know far too well.
Yes.
Lest we forget. 5 innocent men who were gunned down on King Street in March of 1770, who were massacred by the same British regulars that were sent here to protect these streets. Thanks to the work of my cousin John Adams, we gave those men a fair trial, and the entire 29th Regiment was sent back to England soon thereafter. But the recall of one measly regiment is not enough.
Hardly.
I say that nothing short of a total evacuation of this town by all of those bloody back troops shall satisfy the public mind or preserve the peace. Our cries, loud, valiant even, they go unheard. For after the Stamp Act was repealed, those greedy ministers next saw fit to pinch our pewter candlesticks, our paint, lead, glass, wine, tea. Not to mention that these goods were taxed under a man we believed was our ally in Parliament. How wrong were we to trust in Charles Townshend? Now, Mr. Porter's anger is echoed by others in these halls, but might not more so than Mr. James Brewer. Now, Mr. Brewer, I heard that your house was in need of new windows, but with the tax on glass, how'd you pay for them?
I did not pay for them. I was forced to choose between new windows or putting food in my family's belly.
My goodness, I can only imagine how difficult that must have been.